monster matchup in North Robinson tonight. If you're taking a look at those Northern 10 standings, Cary just a game back of frontrunner Upper Sandusky to start the day. Colonel Crawford a couple of games back, so clearly both teams want to get that W. Andy Jardy was there to see who did get that win tonight. And man, the team that was in second place didn't look like it. They got kind of beat down on the road tonight.
Yeah, they did. They ran out of gas in the fourth quarter. Before we start with that, though, I have to give a shout-out to my high school alma mater, the Northwood Rangers, snapping their 36-game losing streak tonight against Emmanuel Christian. I had to get that out of the way. It's been a long time coming.
Emmanuel Christian sounds like they know how to play some hoops, too. Just has one of those names.
Absolutely right. Not the case. Anyways, back to the game. Cary, Colonel Crawford. Rematch, too, earlier from this year as
That's right.
Cary won
Cary
at home. This time on the road, though. Not the case. Let's take a look at the highlights. Cary just ran out of gas in the fourth quarter in this one. Early on, though, game tied at 7. Crawford's big fella, Heath Starkey, the putback there. He had 10 points on the night. Thought he'd have a little bit bigger of a role in this game, but he didn't have to because Harley Sham had himself a ball game. A lot more from him tonight, but the Eagles up 5 after 1. Second quarter, more of the same. There he is, buzzer beater at the half. Eagles up by 4 at the break. Sham had 18 at the break. Third quarter, though, Cary started to figure it out. Nice. Cody Luzader driving layup right there ties the game up. And then he's going to give them the lead with this bucket here. He was quick. This kid played great defense tonight, too. I was impressed by him. Blue Devils down 1 after 3. Fourth quarter, though, all Crawford and all Sham. Here he is in the paint scoring a bucket there. And then here's Crawford in transition. Great ball movement. And he's left open. He's going to drive in. Doesn't get the charge call there. The kid was maybe under the bucket a little too much. Gets it there, and then you know it's your night when you're pulling up and hitting three-pointers.
Game time.
Not just scoring inside. He had 34 points tonight.
Woo.
Colonel Crawford wins 66-49, so he had 34 of the 66 points.
That's a good percentage right there.
It's a pretty solid percentage, yeah.
All right, so the Eagles, 23-7. They outscore Danville there, or I'm sorry, Cary there in the fourth quarter. Like, what the heck happened? How did they blow their doors off like that?
Just a total breakdown defensively from Cary. They had themselves, they had it figured out. They were able to kind of slow Colonel Crawford down in that third quarter, and then they just weren't able to get the trap at half court. Crawford was able to get the ball right up into the key, and then they had 3-on-2s pretty much the entire fourth quarter. And I think the crowd, too, really got to Cary on the road. I think once one thing didn't go their way in that fourth quarter, it just started to snowball. And I know they call Mansfield Christian the furnace, but holy smokes. Colonel Crawford, I think I sweat off a few pounds in there tonight. It's hot in there, and I think that might have played a factor too, fatigue in the fourth quarter. And when you don't, with Sham having the kind of game he had tonight, they had no answer for him.
Yeah, the Eagles' Nest, that's a tough place to play, and I can corroborate that. That definitely a lot of sweat beads come down when you're in there. Harley Sham, 34 points tonight. It's just a guess, but I think he's coming up on Andy's All-Stars.
Yeah, he might be coming up. We'll start with Cary first. We'll keep the fans guessing, but for Cary, I got to go with Cody Luzader. He had himself a ball game, 14 points, 8 of them coming in the first half. I was just impressed by the way he was able to drive in, score. Here he is on a missed bucket coming out of nowhere, getting the loose ball, just very acrobatic moves all night. Cody Luzader gets my all-star for Cary. And then, I think there's not really a whole lot of options tonight for Colonel Crawford. Man. You got to give it to him. Harley Sham, my all-star of the game tonight, 34 points. Woo. There's nothing like it in any other sport but in basketball when a momentum run just starts happening or when a player just gets locked in for a heat check, you just ride him the whole way until he cools off, and he never cooled off tonight. 34 points on the night. Impressive game from Mr. Sham.
Big time win for Colonel Crawford. Yeah. They now tied for second in the Northern 10, but everybody chasing Upper Sandusky. Probably no one's going to catch them.
We'll see.
All right, Madison at Ashland. That happened tonight as well. Effie James was there. He's got the highlight of the night on the way.